Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This is Chef Jess here with Food and Talks channel. We are going to be making a delicious dish today, beet and rice noodle Thai bowl. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be simple, easy, and delicious. This is gonna be a nice, simple vegetarian meal, great for minimalists or people who just don't want to be in the kitchen for too long. And for you, if you'd like to add any different types of meats or shrimp or seafood in there, you can as well, but I'm going to be making the vegetarian option here. It's really simple ingredients that I'll be listing out, so let's go cook, all right? First thing you want to do is definitely add some oil to your pan. About 2 tablespoons there. Then we're going to go ahead and add some of our garlic to the nice hot pan, as well as our onions. I'm prepping just enough for just about a day or so. I'm gonna move out green onions because we'll definitely be using that at the end. So you want to cook this, right until fragrant, which I can smell right now. Up the ginger a little bit more, so I'm just adding that on it as well. Now, as you can see here, the heat is on like a medium. It's like on a nice 2-3 medium. I'm gonna go ahead and just let that cook until fragrant. You don't want it too high because there's gonna be a lot of different things happening in there. I'm going to just add in some carrots. Now if you wanted, you could add, if you want them, I don't mind a little crunch to my carrots, so I don't mind adding them and then they get super soft. Now if you wanted them as soft as the rice noodles, then what you can do is, to that boiling water, you can just add some of the carrots there so they can be soft. Make sure you watch your fingers. I like to add garlic at the end, so I save just a little bit. So we let this cook for a few moments here. Then I like to add the fresh kale. Now kale is not something typically used, of course, in any type of Thai bowl, but I just love the greenery and I don't mind kale. So I'm going to cook this up. Just gonna let this cook. As this is cooking, I just took about half of a cup of chicken stock, and I'm gonna add about a 1/4 cup here of soy sauce, just to make my sauce as we continue on here. So I wanted you guys to see that the soy sauce was just added to our chicken stock. All right. So the veggies are starting to get a little soft and cooking a little bit more here. So this is when I start. I add just a few pieces of the beets. Beets are great for you, and some people do not like beets, and sometimes they try, you know, it's good for like blood issues and iron, so some people like to utilize it but don't know quite how. So I just like to mix it in little by little with foods that I am making, because of course it can sting a lot. So we have it here. You gotta season your food as you're cooking. A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. Okay. So everything is getting softer here, right? It's been about a good 5 to 8 minutes of the veggies wilting. We see the kale is cooking up. We see our onions are still nice and white. They're still opaque. We have our carrots in there. They're still a little raw, but we're going to cook that down. What I'm going to go ahead and do is add in my red chili paste. Okay. So we're trying to make the base of the sauce now. And add some sweet chili sauce. I'm not going to use this whole thing. About 1/3 of a cup there. And you can already see the colors changing. And I put up the heat just a little bit. So of course this is giving a kick to our flavor profile for our bowl here, right? We want to let this cook for about 3 minutes. And then we're going to add our sauce. And you cannot forget the peppers, of course. Now I'm sure that you guys can hear the nice sizzle that's happening here. The veggies are wilting. They're cooking up. They're taking on that flavor profile here with the peppers. You can smell the kick. So this is when I'm going to start adding in our 1/4 cup of chicken stock and 1/4 cup of soy sauce as well. And I'm just gonna add some in here because we kind of want to make like a light sauce, right? And we're gonna let this cook just to thicken up a bit. Now you definitely want to taste here to see if it's too spicy, if it's too salty. If you want to change it up a little bit, add some cumin, or if you want to just add something else to the flavor profile. Of course, you don't have to because this has everything that you need. I'm going to give it a couple of moments, and then I'm going to go ahead and check on our rice noodles, okay? Okay, I'm going to check on the rice noodles. Ah, that's really hot. Remember, this is boiling water, so you want to be careful. So it does look like everything is cooked. I'm just going to taste it. Taste one of them. And yeah, they are done. So I'm going to go ahead and drain it. It's nice al dente. It's not too soft, which I like since we're going to be kind of putting this bowl together. I'm going to go ahead and drain this, toss everything together, and then we're going to go ahead and bowl it up. I'm going to drain that. Alright, so I'm just going to add my pasta in. It's just a small portion right now. I'm going to add some of my bok choy. I don't like that being cooked too much. And then I like to add all of my green onion. And then just going to toss everything up here. As you can see, it's a lot of different colors and flavors. More veggies and noodles, which if you like veggies, this is a complete plus. And you can always add more noodles with the method that I showed you. Now I'm gonna go ahead and just let this warm up a bit before I go ahead and get plating. So we have our beet and rice noodle bowls here. What you're gonna do is just take the noodles and you want to put it on your plate there. And you want to add some of the veggies right on top. I like to take some of my chili sauce I'm just gonna, this is the beet and rice noodle Thai bowl. Just cleaned up a little bit because it was getting a little messy. But here you go, you'll see that all of the veggies are there. You'll see everything is nice and crisp and green, and even have a little extra sweet chili sauce right there on the side. Please go ahead and try it and let me know if you enjoyed it or if this is something that you'll be preparing soon for dinner. Hi everyone, so this is just the talks portion of Food and Talks. I have my nice little beet and rice Thai bowl, which we just created together there, and actually I'm gonna devour this as we are talking here. So today I just kind of wanted to kind of introduce myself in a way because I'm just popping up here. Good. I'm Chef Jess. I've been a chef for a couple of years, but I've just been doing kind of private practice lately, last couple of years, and just have a nice passion for teaching people how to cook, especially young adults and adults who just do not want to go through that whole hassle of cooking. So I made this channel to just help home cooks, since so many of us are at home now and cooking, right? So speaking of at home, I don't know about you guys, but this has been a huge adjustment, and it hasn't always been the best. These last couple of months have been very much intense. It's been a lot of trying to figure out a new normal. There's been a lot of being frustrated. I know for me, I actually had a very big come to Jesus moment that I'm probably not traveling this year anywhere or at all. It's crazy because I was supposed to go with my best friend to, a couple of us were supposed to go to Belize for the first time this year. Okay, I was able to go and travel to see one friend here in the States, but as far as all international travel, as we all know, completely shut down. And I had one breakdown about that because I do love traveling. It was just like, we can't go nowhere? Nowhere. The reality really it really said that we couldn't go anywhere. With this pandemic going on, clearly it's very serious. Clearly, I've had people who personally have gone through it, and a lot of things have happened. So I completely understand. It's just one of those culture shocks. But some of the things I've been doing to cope has been, especially since I work from home, is trying to disconnect. I'm one of those avid walkers, so I go out and take a walk. I'll go out and take a walk for like an hour. Let the sun touch my skin. Sometimes with music, sometimes not. Sometimes I'm just thinking, sometimes I'm just talking to God, but getting outside the house, because I'm in the house all day, helps. Video chatting has been the business. That has helped a lot as well. Just connecting to people and seeing if people are okay. I think introverts and extroverts are kind of in this boat where sometimes we're okay and sometimes we're not. Extroverts, this may be a little bit harder for them, but I think the same with introverts as well, because as much as they like to be home, they like to be invited out, and they do like to do stuff, because when they go out, they're like, oh snap, I'm out, and then they want to go back home. But they enjoy that going out. So I think introverts and extroverts kind of the same, that connecting on video or some type of chatting has been helping them a lot. The third thing I've been doing has been journaling a lot. I always like to journal, but as of this pandemic, I've been journaling a lot more, putting down thoughts, things I would like to do, and just what's going on with me, because it's been so much. Let me refocus there. Perfect. And the fourth thing that I've been doing is just watching, coloring, and doing things creatively that I enjoy. So, of course, I like cooking. It's not always cooking, though. I love coloring. I like to watch some old sitcoms. I'll be watching Family Matters or Living Single any day. A few dramas here and there, but I like the comical stuff just to, you know, lighten up the stress of things that are going on with the civil unrest and everything else. And also reading. I have like 3 books I'm in between reading I mean, a little bit at a time. People say not to do that, but I try to do that. Just a little bit at a time, just to change it up a little bit. I think that helps a lot. But I hope that you guys are doing well and doing what you can in this pandemic to stay sane. Stay sane. It's not, it's a task. It's definitely possible, but it's important. So what are you guys doing to keep yourself sane, well, and balanced during this pandemic? Let me know below. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up this meal because I made it and it's delicious. And hope you guys have a great week. See you guys next time.